I'm going to get started in a comfortable seated position. You can put your legs at any angle. But focus on really rooting down through the corners of the pelvis. Your hands can rest on your legs, palms facing up or down. Just doing whatever feels most comfortable, most intuitive for you right now. And closing the eyes and just feeling and hearing your breath as it comes in and goes back out. Letting go of tension through your face. And just noticing the overall energy that you're carrying in your body right now. Not judging it, but just being present to it. As thoughts come into your head, see if you can release them. Let them carry on without all of your awareness. You don't have to problem solve right now. You don't have to make a list. Your only job is to be focused on your body, your sensations. If you'd like, you can set perhaps an intention for this practice or a dedication for someone or something. And perhaps just a steady little mantra to keep you on track. This practice today will be about taking longer holds, but giving yourself permission to shift and adjust in those longer holds. Kind of getting into the nooks and crannies of your own body and of your own mind. And coming at it with as much compassion as possible. We're going to go ahead and shift from the seated position now, rising up to all fours, momentarily just wagging out your hips and your shoulders. Sway forward and back, left and right. And then coming back through center, let the belly drop and inhale, lift your chin, lift your tail. On the exhale, pull the spine up, the chin towards your chest. Again, let the low back fall. Inhale, gazing up. Exhaling, tuck the pelvis under, lift the spine high. Inhale, rolling through the heart, gaze up. Exhaling as you flex and round your spine. Moving through all fours. Extend your right leg straight back behind you, toes down. And then we'll sweep that right foot off to the side like it's a kickstand. The left hip will stay over the left knee, and we can drop down to the forearms, allowing the head to hang. If you'd like, you can reach your arms fully forward or further forward, opening up through the chest. Or, like a threaded needle, you can sweep your left shoulder to the mat so that your left palm faces up along the right margin of your mat, bringing a twist to your upper body. If you're gone there, your right arm can be reaching towards the top of the mat, or perhaps we sweep the right arm across the low back. So there's always options in these postures. If you have gone into one of the variations and don't like it, then come out of it. If you don't like the twist, perhaps just square your chest back to the floor. You're always in control. As you find what's comfortable for you, again, maybe we close the eyes, just breathing into what you feel. Wherever you're at, let's go ahead and begin to rise on up, both palms to the ground. And bring the right knee back in underneath. Wag out your hips. And then planting your palms, we'll extend the left leg straight back, push out through that heel, and sweep the left foot off to the left side. Right hip over the right knee. Again, you can lower down onto your elbows and forearms, allowing the head to hang. If you want more of that kind of puppy pose, chest opener, possibly extend the arms a bit fully forward. And if you'd like that twist sensation like a threaded needle, rotate your chest to the left so that you're lying on top of the right shoulder, right ear to the floor. Your left arm can remain extended towards the top of the mat if you're in that twist, or if you wish, you can bring the left hand across your low back. Same options, but remembering that this side may yield very different sensations. So see what's going on there. Does it feel good? Do you need to adjust? What does this side of your body need? Settle in and try to relax into these sensations. Staying focused on the breath. Again, wherever you're at, start to rise up. Palms come underneath you. Bring the left knee back underneath. And just take a moment here to sink your hips back towards your heels. Sitting up tall, shoulders stack over the pelvis. You can always sit on your bottom if that would be more comfortable. We won't be here long. Allow your head to tip to the right as you keep your chest lifted. Draw the left shoulder down. Now allow your head to gently roll forward, chin to the chest. Lengthening the back of the neck. Try not to collapse the chest. And then allow your head to roll over to the left, drawing the right shoulder down. Allowing the head to roll forward, and then bringing your gaze up, moving to all fours. Shoulders over the wrist, step both feet back, and immediately send your hips to the sky. Find a downward dog here for a moment, just to stretch out the legs, maybe pedal out your knees. We'll gaze forward and help or step your right foot forward by your hands and slowly lower the left knee. You might need to flip the left edge of your mat to cushion the left knee, or you might fold a little towel underneath there if the knee requires a little more cushion. Bring both of your hands to the inside of the right foot, and we are just going to hang out in a lunge. So you might pivot your right toes out to the right corner of the room. You can drop to your forearms. You can stay in your hands. You can twist a little here. You can rise up with your hands on top of that right knee if you'd like. And feel free as you explore this low lunge to shift your weight a bit to the left and a bit to the right. Feel free to adjust the depth of this lunge by sliding your left knee a little bit more forward if this feels too deep. A little bit further back if you want more depth. So this isn't about force. This isn't about trying to get, quote, more flexible. This is just about, again, nooks and crannies. Noticing where areas of tension are in your body. Not all tension is bad. Sometimes it's there to protect vulnerable areas. So again, we're just kind of doing a little practice of self-study. We make a shape, and then we start kind of rolling around the edges of that shape. And bring the palms to the floor if they are not there. Sweep your right knee back. Shoulders over the hands. Swish your hips from side to side. And with nice strong arms, we're going to go ahead and send our bum back to the sky, back into downward dog. Pedal out the legs. Gaze forward and help or step your left foot towards your hands. Bring the same lunge to the opposite leg, opposite hip. Bringing both hands to the inside of that left foot. Again, maybe implementing a twist, twisting your chest to the left. Maybe you like to go low in this lunge, bringing your arms down to the floor. Maybe you like to come up high with your hands on top of the left knee or thigh. Again, different side of your body, different set of sensations. Gently exploring what feels good, what feels too much, and finding where your comfortable space is today. And wherever you're at, you're going to plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Bring the left knee back underneath you. Curl your 10 toes. Send your hips to the sky. Pedal out the legs, downward dog. Just a nice little counter pose between those longer held passive postures. In this downward dog, walk your hands back towards your feet for a moment. Go ahead and soften your knees. Allow your upper body to drape down and grab hold of your forearms or elbows. Hang limp like a rag doll. You might sway from side to side in the upper body. If the flexibility is there and it would feel good to do so, you can always straighten the legs if you'd like. But again, try not to yank and crank yourself into any depth that requires other body parts to get you there. Lifting your gaze, walk your hands out in front of you. Lower the knees. And from here, we're going to sink our bum down to the floor. Stretch the legs out in front of you. Sitting up tall. And start to bend your left knee, bringing the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. The right leg out in front of you. And sitting evenly on your hips, see about walking yourself forward and down into a fold. So if you fold your upper body directly down the right leg, that will yield one type of stretch. You can fold yourself kind of inside of that right leg, and that will give you a different set of sensations. If your lower back or your hamstrings are particularly tight, go into this fold with a bit of bend in that right leg. It doesn't have to be fully extended. Find what feels good for you. Focus on releasing tension through your shoulders, through your jaw. Again, try to resist using your hands to pull you deeper into the stretch. Instead, just breathe in whatever space your body naturally stops folding at. Begin to lift your gaze, rise up, and just take a moment here to extend the left leg out, popcorn both your knees, maybe circle out the left ankle. And then we'll once again bend the left leg, and we're going to bring right hand to the left foot, left hand to the left knee, or if it's available, maybe bringing that foot to the crooks of your elbows, right? We call this rocking the baby. It's a different sort of baby. You can swivel from side to side here, stretching the outer left hip. And if you want, bring your left hand to the floor outside of you and begin to roll your weight around the outside edge of that left hip. So you're just using your own body weight to kind of steamroll the glutes, the upper quadrant of your thigh. All right, we come up. Let that left leg go. Again, maybe popcorn out your knees and bring the right foot now inside of the left thigh. Dropping the right knee down, left leg extended, or perhaps with a bit of bend into the left knee. Folding yourself forward and down without using your arms to drag you into a forced depth. Again, you can fold directly down the left leg or inside of the two legs. Find what this side of your body wants today. Go ahead and lift your gaze. Walk yourself back up. And momentarily extend the right leg. Circle out your right ankle, wiggle the toes, popcorn the knees. And then we'll address that right hip. So pull that right knee in close and pick up your shin, your foot and your knee. And if it's possible, maybe we pulled in close into the crooks of the elbows, rocking from side to side. Holding your foot and your knee with your hands is just as effective. So don't worry if you can't pull the shin that close to your chest. Bring the right hand to the floor and see about rolling along the outside edge of the right hip. Working to smooth away tension. We rise up. Extend both legs. And from here, bring yourself onto your back. Hug your knees into the chest. Rock from side to side. And keeping your knees together, arms go wide. Let's let the legs flop and drop over to the right. And if you wish, turn your head to the left. Maybe see how it feels to bring your right hand on top of that left knee or thigh. And if it's too much, don't do it. Unwind your head. Go ahead and bring your knees back up through center. And then allow your legs to flop and drop to the left. Maybe turn your head to the right. And if it feels good to do so, maybe bring your left hand on top of your right knee or thigh. Unwind your head. Bring your knees back through center. And let's go ahead and bring the hands to the knees. Pull your forehead up to meet them. Then lower the shoulders and head. And go ahead and stretch your legs out nice and long. Arms and legs in any position. As we come into the most yin pose that ever was, Shavasana. Allowing gravity to wash over you. Making subtle adjustments as necessary as you take this rest. Just go ahead and begin to breathe a little deeper as you bring movement to your toes and your fingers, through your wrists and ankles. And inhale as you take a whole body stretch. Exhale as you gently roll to your left or right side, pausing there for a moment. And let's begin to come on up into a comfortable seat. Finishing up this practice, inhale, arms high and overhead. Exhale as hands close in front of the heart. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be kind. Peace to you.